Seriously, at what point is the American public going to do something about the American government? Are you aware of how bad it's gotten? You know what's coming. And I don't mean overseas. I mean to you within a year. Do you know what Obamacare means? It means that everyone who is a registered citizen, who was born here, will be forced to pay a pretty decent-sized premium for health insurance, which is going to be regulated and monitored by the government exclusively. You know what it also means? All Hispanics that aren't documented get it for free. 100%. Because he gave them amnesty, remember? Now, I'm all about helping people from other countries, but that's different. That's a setup. They're trying to destroy people. They want the middle class on welfare so that they're dependent on the government check so they won't retaliate against the government because they need the government check. And they want the Hispanics here from Mexico so they can have a workforce of totally obedient people that can't have the power to sue them. That's the idea. That is a target campaign against everybody who was born here. That's the president. That is the era we live in. That is the change that he was really talking about. Oh my, who knows what. They're going to force people to do things pretty soon. They're actually talking about putting those chips in people's hands with the radio frequency ID. Yeah, I hope the neocons set him up like they did Bill Clinton, because he's fighting them on Iran. And I hope somebody repeals Obamacare, because what it's about is people getting less care for more money, so that he's helping, exclusively helping, all the subsidiary insurance companies that will be locked into this. They'll still get their money, but they're going to get more of it, and you're going to get worse care because the government decides how good a care you get. And you know what? I've experienced that. My mother is dead because of that. Medicare would not approve this specific procedure that she needed. She didn't get it. She died. Yes, I know there's certain things you can't say, but we're to the point of having no say, so what difference does it make? What can we do? What legally can we do? I mean, I've made a few videos now about rallies and things, because I just want to at least see if there's some strength out there. I want people to form groups and see if you can get a power grid going and get the professionals involved, you know, the actual, get the police, you know, to back it up, or get a revolt in the military, just something big like that, where something really prominent changes its tune. Until that happens, this stuff's going to just get worse. You know? I don't want to hear anymore. I'm informed enough. I want to hear a solution. It's getting to the point where talking is not something you can do. You know why Israel's a mess? Because for years the Palestinians tried to negotiate with all the Jews that were coming in from Europe. They tried talking, they tried everything. And then the fighting and the violence is, they wanted that. You know why Barack Obama does stupid things like putting a totally forged birth certificate on the internet for everybody to see, Photoshop experts and all? Because he's saying, I dare you to do something. They want us to do something so they can do more to us. And I think that's the pacified reality with people, is they're like, oh wow, that's what that means. 9/11 was, look what we can do now. You better obey, because we've got a plan. But you've got to visualize this is going to happen to you, especially if you're a Caucasian with a good job or any decent life. They want your money. They want your life. They want your property. You know why there's all those We Buy Gold places? They want the gold. And as people get unemployed, that's the whole idea, is so they'll sell their things and their jewelry and their diamonds, and all that stuff goes to the rich people. It's a big vacuum cleaner. The middle class lost its ass in 9/11. They suckered everybody into putting their life savings into mutual funds, and they knew that a terrorist attack on New York would, or what they call a terrorist attack on New York, which was just an orchestration of the government in Israel, that would kill the stock market, and it did for half a year. People freaked and sold their shares and lost all kinds of things. Money they'd been working on for 30 years, gone. That happened to my father. And that's disgusting when you know, when you look into this, that that was the idea. They're against you. They might be blowing people up in the Middle East, but they're doing a slow death on you and me. I want some feedback. What do you think we could do, short of outright violence? Because there's going to be violence. They're putting TSA agents around, and they're going to do the groin searches on buses and trains, and have you even get out of your car for it. Yeah, because they're sickos, and they hire sickos that like that. You're going to get ex-cons that now have jobs with the TSA, and they were in prison for groping people and sexual deviance, and they get to do it and get paid. Yeah, I know that's extreme, but they're doing extreme things. And the Hispanics are completely taken care of under the guise of amnesty and under the guise of doing things for immigration. They're not. Go to any city and you'll find the Mexican section of town. And all those people have homes. And they don't pay the same rate that you do. They pay for $30,000 cars for $7,000 or less. I have seen that. And it's all a setup where the government subsidizes the car dealerships. They subsidize the mortgage companies that are in league with them, that are trying to throw the white people out of their homes, foreclose their homes so they can just give them to Hispanics, and they do. These are things that are real. The Obamacare is going to be a big thing once you realize that you have another gigantic bill that you're forced to pay along with your income tax, your car tax, whatever other tax and utilities, and then the money for your life. They want people to lose their jobs and be dependent. That's why they give out food stamps and they don't care. They want you to be dependent so they can push you out of the workplace and replace you with people that won't fight back at all. The most docile, little racist group of people that only care about themselves. The white people are always billed as the racists, but that's not the truth. The white people are the white Europeans are the only ones that ever fought on that behalf. The other races, they all think about themselves. And that's the truth of it all. This is subtle racism. And it really always has been. What are you going to do? What are we going to do?